Hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me here on this fine Thursday night. Oh, episode 69. Oh, yeah. Here we are. It's happening. Let's do this. All right. Oof. May 30th, 2024. A day that will live in infamy. I'm just kidding. It won't. Hopefully. Day's not over yet, but I hope that your week has been going great. First of all, I hope that you guys are having fun. I hope that you are looking forward to the weekend. We got the weekend literally just around the corner, which is good. I hope that you guys had a good Memorial Day weekend. That you got some rest. Hung out with family. Hopefully got to thank a veteran. It's one of those. I don't want to say weird holidays, but it's one of those weird situations where you don't fully know if you should say happy Memorial Day, right? I don't know that it calls for happy, the right word. Good a good Memorial Day, I think is fair. Um, but yeah, so thank you to all the men and women in the armed forces. Thank you so much for your service, past and present. And so yeah, I hope that you guys had a good 3 day weekend. But that means that we are almost done with May, uh, which kind of feels weird to say. We, or maybe I should say, I was looking forward to May so much, right? For from the beginning of the year, and man, May did not disappoint. May has been a month. Okay, May has been a month. So I'm glad that we're here, to celebrate, wrapping up the month of May. Um, got plenty to talk about. Lot going on in the Star Wars um, space, right? And we're gonna talk about it. Of course, we got a new show that's about to come out in less than a week. It's about what, 5 days. So we're definitely gonna talk about Acolyte. We will be talking about a couple other news regarding Acolyte, and then I think we're gonna cover a little bit of celebration because things are moving. Okay, things are moving. If you guys are planning to go to Celebration Japan, you definitely want to get on it. Um, Even though it's 11 months away, time is going to fly by. All right. And I know that I need to get, more active on booking some of my stuff. But yeah, so, we'll definitely talk a little bit about that. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I hope that you guys are doing good. I hope that you have good plans for the weekend. You know, Tomorrow is the last day of May. Again, it's kind of nuts. It is kind of nuts how May has has been a truly interesting month, especially here for the channel. Um, yeah, we'll talk about that too. So let me catch up here with the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. By the way, always appreciate each and every single one of you taking the time to listen to me ramble. Listen to me complain about the state of Star Wars. Not really. I like Star Wars. Some stuff more than others, but in general, you guys know that I try to stay positive. So we got our first comment here from Brett saying this is already my favorite episode just for being episode 69.
Hello there.
Love it. I love it, Brett. Got the man collects Chris in the house laughing at Brett. We got Chris saying, let's go. You know it. Martha coming into the stream. Thank you so much. Luis doing the same. We got Gelster saying, hello, General and Bunker Bunch. What's going on, man? I saw you on the stream the other day. Good job. Uh, um, you know, I I don't know that I've seen you in a stream before, but you did a good job. So I'm glad that you decided to make the jump. I'm sure you've done live streams before, but this is most recent one that I saw. So good on that. We got PMP then Antiquity saying hello there. What is going on, brother? How's the show in Houston? I hope that you guys did good. We got the Rushmore show saying, "What's up, Kenobi? Congratulations on the growth. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I managed to catch some of your stuff. What was that, last week, I think, or over the weekend. And yeah, can't wait for us to do something together. We got AC in the house saying, "Hey, General, I'm at the Toku event with Daniel." Yeah, I know you guys have fun out there. So what AC is referring to is the Toku Thursdays, being brought to you by Phenomenal. So, excuse me. If you guys, by the way, are interested in anything even remotely related to Power Rangers, you definitely want to check out The Legacy of Nerd. Hey, what's going on? We got Star Wars Talk Podcast in the house saying General Kenobi. To which I say, hello there. Welcome, appreciate you joining to the stream. We got Gil saying thank you. No, man, seriously, you did good. PMP says the con went well. Definitely doing it again next year for sure. It looked like a good show, man. It really did look like a good show. I thought about going, but man, I was like, I gotta drive, to Houston, get myself a hotel and all that stuff. So I kind of decided against it. So I'm glad it went well for you guys. Okay, so yeah, I what did I do over um, Memorial Day weekend? What did we do? Oh, I actually went back home, went back down to the border, here in deep South Texas. And man, it was hot and like insanely humid. It was just way, way too humid. It's like the heat, gets trapped in the air, doesn't let you breathe quite right. Yeah, I did not miss it. All right. It was funny because we were driving out of here, out of San Antonio. And, when we started driving, it was already like 11 a.m. and we were at like 88, right? So I was like, all right, whatever, not too bad. As we kept heading south, it kept getting warmer. So by the time we hit the valley, that's what the region is called. We were at like 104, 103, maybe 104. I was like, dang, that escalated so quick. And yeah, sure enough, I as soon as I stepped out of the car, I basically needed to change my t-shirt because I was drenched. It was something that I did not quite miss, about being back there. But it was good. We got to see some friends. We got to get take care of some business. So overall, a quick trip, very quick. We went down on Sunday. We came back on Monday, but it was a good trip. So can't really complain. But yeah. So I hope again that you guys had a really good Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so we got quite a bit. We got quite a bit going on, right? This past week, we've seen a lot of Acolyte stuff pop up, and rightfully so. So, Acolyte is set to premiere next Tuesday. 2 episodes out of 8, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it just kind of feels weird that we're getting so many. We're getting so few episodes, right? It's only 8, and right off the bat, we're knocking down 2. So, yeah, I hope we keep seeing a lot of feedback from the people that have seen the first episodes, and it's mostly very positive, actually. And so I hope that's not like the toxic positivity setting in. I hope that it is good. Why? Because this show has a lot of potential. Okay, it has a lot of potential. Finally, we're being set, to a period of time outside of the Skywalker saga, which is very exciting to me. I've kind of been wanting, for something like this for a long time. So yeah, I really hope that those reviews are true, and I think they are. So there was an event, down in California, by Lucasfilm. They took out a few content creators, and they got to see, I think the first 4 episodes, I believe, of 4 episodes of Acolyte. So it was very cool. Our buddy Gabe from Star Wars Replicas was there, and he had nothing but good things to say. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Gilster says my sister lives in Bernie, Texas. Probably spelling wrong again. Oh no way, Bernie's actually pretty close by. Um, I'd say from here, from the house, it's about 45 minutes. So, yeah, man, if you ever come down to visit her, you let me know. We'll go grab a slice at the Dark Side Pizzeria. So, yeah. Um, okay, so how about we cover some of the stuff coming up with the Acolyte? But first, I want to show you guys this, just in case you're not aware of it. So Fandango is actually having an advanced screening on Monday. All right. So they're gonna be showing the first two episodes, right? Just like the regular premiere. And it's gonna be in theaters. Now, this one is I guess you kind of have to apply for it. Anybody can, and I'll tell you what, I'll drop the link here in the chat just in case you guys want to do it or haven't done it. So check it out. Um, so it's supposed to be, Monday, June 3rd. I don't know if that's going to change, to be honest with you. I thought it was weird. So they didn't really announce it too much, but it seems like, they're going to show it early. So you fill out, your name, your email address. I think you can only get up or request up to 2 tickets. They're not reserved, so you're gonna have to kind of show up, on time. But there's uh there's only a few theaters here. And whoops, sorry, didn't mean to click that. Meant to show you. Oof, I take that back. Everything is showing sold out. Wow, I had not seen that since yesterday. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, right? But that is crazy. Um, so here in Texas, there's only four four theaters that are gonna do this, and one of them is very, very close by. So I'm hopeful. I submitted mine. They basically said, "Yeah, we got your request. We will send you a confirmation. Once the date gets closer." So fingers crossed that I do get the tickets because it will be very, very cool to see this in theater, and of course early. So I'll let you guys know. And for that, make sure that you are checking out my Facebook at General Kenobi's Bunker, my Instagram, general.kenobis.bunker, and over on TikTok, general_Kenobis_bunker. So you keep up with, my posts, with my updates, all of that good stuff. Man, it's sold out. I mean, I figured it was going to. I just didn't know it sold out fast or that fast. So let me catch up here with the chat. We got, woo, this thing just jumped on me. Sorry. We got a Gig Strong in the house saying, "Hey everyone, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining." Star Wars Stuff Podcast says all showings are sold out for the Acolyte 2 episodes. Yeah, just noticed that, man. It's kind of nuts. Hey Dino says Gilster. Hey Gilly says Geek Strong. Star Wars Stuff Podcast says I think they sold out in minutes. That's crazy. That is crazy. Again, it makes sense, right? Since it's kind of, it's kind of free, first of all, and to be able to see it ahead of the premiere, that's very cool. So I'm glad I did this like right away when I saw it. Shout out to Tony from Star Wars Sith for sending me this link right away. And like I said, I kind of lucked out because the one theater in San Antonio is actually very close here to where we are. So I hope that I do get them. I'm waiting for that like confirmation. So, or at least they said they were gonna send a confirmation. I don't know if they will, but kind of hoping so. Star Wars Deposit, if you got the RSVP email from Fandango, that means you got tickets. They will be sending an email letter with QR codes tickets. Yeah, I kind of want to see that QR first, before I say I actually got them. Like I said, they said they would send a confirmation email. So until I see that, I'll believe it. But yeah, I did get, the thank you for RSVPing to this event. So hopefully, man, that's crazy. Kind of came out of nowhere. Like I had not heard about that. I had heard that they wanted to show him, in theaters. I just didn't know they were going to show him, early. And I kind of felt like they waited a little bit. It's not even a week before it actually comes out, and that's when they decided to do it. But again, if you got them, let me know if you're gonna go watch them too. So I'm hopefully getting them. Like I said, I did get the RSVP, so I do hope that it does work out. So okay, so there's that event. So just in case you guys have not seen this, also StarWars.com is busting with information from the Acolyte. You guessed it. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on with the Acolyte, of course. They are definitely pumping out the interviews. We got the poster debut, which I thought were pretty cool actually. If this thing would load, okay. So we got sort of like an image and a brief description of the character, which is cool. It gives you more or less an introduction. I actually really like this sort of effect, that swoosh effect that they got going on with the lightsabers. Um, I think it's um, I think it's fun the way they do it, and they give you sort of like personality, right, of the character. Um, this one in particular didn't make too much sense to me, but the movement. But yeah, and let's see. So there you go. Make sure to check these out because I'm sure some little details from here. Hey, we got Kalnaka. I'm sure that some of the stuff here um, will be sort of relevant, right, to what we're gonna see. So actually, this one I should say, this one was a little bit interesting because has Wookiee Jedi Master Kalnaka has sequestered himself in the tangled jungles of Kufar. He's a loner who lives a solitary life. So back in the old days, more, we could say, along the edge of the Republic, there were some Jedi that took vows to sort of get away from the Order, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see if it's a self-imposed exile. What happened, maybe to get him to that point. Maybe some bad juju happened, and it'd be kind of cool, to see that. At least I think it'd be kind of cool. It's always good in conflict, right? But like I said, there's definitely a lot going on with the Acolyte material. They are, showing us all of the uh, all of the actors, all of the characters, um, all of the TV spots. Like we're getting quite a bit. All right. Let's see. Rushmore Show says, "Yeah, I'm excited for our show. Going to be a great one. Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun for sure." Stars of Park says, I wonder if these types of events will cease once the theaters have more films to show due to the strikes that happen. I I don't think so, to be honest. We've seen, big productions um after, the pandemic. And I don't know that people are gonna go back to theaters, anymore. Or yeah, anymore as in quantity wise. I like that they're doing this kind of events. I like that they're showing, like things like episode one, re-releasing, movies like that. But in terms of new movies, I don't know, man. I'm a little bit hesitant. For example, I think Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna do great. But aside from that one, I don't know that any other one will. Furiosa didn't it just bomb? I thought I saw something that it went horrible, and it was one of the worst openings in Memorial Weekend in the last like 30 years or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I briefly saw an article on it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I love going to a theater. I've always liked the experience. So I'm pretty excited about joining this event. Again, if I get it. Um, Star Sapaska says, with all the TV spots, trailers, interviews, it feels like Lucasfilm is confident that we will like the Acolyte. See, I actually disagree with that one, um, because history has shown us the opposite. When they keep bombarding us with TV spots, with they keep bombarding us with, oh, look how cool this fight is, with, hey, look at how many stars we got going on. It's because they're not that confident. That's in my opinion. But my opinion is generally swayed by a very interesting person that we all know and love. And I gotta be honest with you guys, for episode, you know, this is a special episode, okay? And what better way to 69 than with a friend? So let me bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Archer himself. What is going on, brother?
That's like the best intro of all time. I'm gonna hit my soundboard for you.
Yay.
Oh my god, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Appreciate you coming in on such a short notice. So guys, full disclosure, I texted Archer like 30 minutes ago, not even. And I'm like, hey man, I want to be like the cool kids. I want to be like Daniel, and have you on my stream. Cause you know me, I'm petty. I get jealous very easily. So I was like, hey, you did it for him. So
I
I'm
thought this
kind of
might be like an intervention to try to get me to move to San Antonio. Where I was like,
hey,
twice in 1 week, the San Antonio boys are trying to get me on there.
there you go. That's just, that's just an inkling of the love we would show you if you come down here. So just
There you
saying,
go.
just saying, think about it.
I
So appreciate-
apologize that again, my other camera won't work with StreamYard.
right.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. That's all right. I know that it's, your camera is probably too sophisticated for, our poor little software here. So it doesn't even know what to do with it. So
Actually, it might even kick me off right now. Hopefully it does not. Hang on, let me see here.
I'm
trying to sign in so I can chat.
All right, try it. I think you should be able to restream also, but don't quote me on that. All right, let me catch up here with the chat. Let's see. Where are we?
I'm in.
So Gilster says, so it's Andor season 2 next series. I believe next series is actually going to be Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
After this one, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because there are some news. That's very upsetting about declining theaters. It is, but I mean, it's kind of a sign of the times, right? When you have 20 streaming services already paying for at your house, you don't want to spend another $100, right, with the family just for one movie that may or may not be good. And as most indicators are for the past 2 years, maybe they haven't been good, right? Or they haven't been widely accepted. So it's kind of a tough sale. I think that's why they're falling back on whatever you want to call them, on popular movies, right, from the past.
Yeah.
Tried and true type of thing, right? It's like, hey, we know people like this movie, let's just get it out there.
You know what sucks? I was talking to my mom yesterday about this. So this isn't the worst part. So in the Bronx, there was an article that came out. The Bronx, New York, is down to one movie theater.
Dang.
One theater in the entire borough, which is larger than most cities,
right?
As far as population goes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But up here in Boston, there was a stabbing at a theater. This crazy guy went in and stabbed 4 girls in the theater. And that's my theater. That's the one that I go to. And to me, I was like, this continues to just stack on. Like, why do I want to go to a theater? Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those that like, if something traumatic happens, I'm like never going back again. I'm not saying that. Sure. But it's like, it just adds on to the whole, like, I just don't want to deal with shit. Like, if I'm going to watch a movie, to me, it's just the best to sit on my couch. My wife and I are eating whatever junk food. I can go to my own bathroom and the floor's not sticky, assuming I cleaned it that week. And we're good.
As one does sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the theaters are just they're going away, sadly.
Yeah. I agree. And so that's why Lucasfilm or whoever it is, Fandango maybe more so than Lucasfilm, right, is pushing for this event. It's not that many theaters, it's not that many theaters. If
this
you
is
think
the first
about
2 episodes that they're doing?
This is the first 2 episodes. So basically, what you will get on Tuesday, they're just gonna broadcast it, on theaters.
Yeah.
Content creators that are way better than I am, they got invited to the Lucasfilm sort of premiere, and I think they saw 4 episodes.
Oh. Oh,
Um,
like they already went, or they're going
yeah,
to
they
go?
already went. No,
Oh wow,
they went last over the weekend.
wow.
And so Gabe from Star Wars Replicas, I think he just changed his channel name though. Don't quote me
Mhm.
on that. But he went. He's the only one that I know personally, and he said that yeah, it's very good. He enjoyed it, and of course, he can't really talk about it not yet
Right,
anyway. But
right.
uh, from what I have seen, from other content creators that I followed that were there, it seems to be pretty pervasive that it was really good. So
This is the true test then,
yeah,
because if it comes out and it is not good, they're compromised.
yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. So
And I've
the
said that on my channel. I've said
yeah,
that a million times. If you guys ever see me freaking on the red carpet with Andre the Black Nerd,
there you go.
with King Vader,
Yes.
and I'm like, yeah, we're at the premiere of Disney's Mulan 5, I've been compromised. Don't watch me
That
anymore. It's
yeah,
done.
that's gonna be the how do you call it? That's gonna be the secret code.
Yeah. The secret code is going to be me making money doing this.
Exactly. Yeah, doing that. Yeah, hell yeah, love
Archer's
it.
making money, sold out.
Yeah,
Done.
that's it,
Done.
man.
Although you're going to be there first, Mr. 6000.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So Gilster says, "Hey Archer." JB's Toy Drink says 210 is dope. Yeah, move down to the countdown. Gilster says, "Thank you, Rushmore Show." Nerd Feeling said, "I'm in." Oh, I see it. Hello again, Archer, says the man collects. Josue, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Thank you for your support as usual, brother. Saying amazing the increase of subs. Yeah, man. Thank you, thank you. Late again, but in. No worries. That's our friend Dad Bader.
A Vader is never late, but
Exactly.
arrives just on time.
Exactly when he means to.
Mhm.
Kilster say, "Hey man, colleagues." That better says, "Pants not requiring home theater." There you go. I love
I
it.
mean, depending on the theater, it's not required there either. But
Yeah, yeah. Well, you all got some fancy theaters up there. But the man collects says, "Gilster, how are you, sir?" Gilster said, "Was the only one in watching Ghostbusters." Oof, yeah. I believe that when I went on a Thursday to an IMAX, and
Mhm.
there was 6 of us, maybe
Yeah,
7, like
yeah.
total. And that was like opening weekend. Yeah, it was opening weekend. So yeah, no, didn't bode well.
Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan? I always forget.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So the Ghostbusters fans did a spirit bomb on that movie. Like
Oh,
the only reason that movie hit 200 million is
yeah.
because they were like, some
We gotta.
fans saw it 10 times one
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, you have to see it. Go again. Go
Exactly,
again.
dude. And and it's awesome that a fandom can actually come together like that,
Yeah.
and support something that they like, even if it's not maybe exactly what they were expecting,
Right.
right? But they're like, you know what? If we don't show it love, it seems like nobody will, right?
Well, it's funny. I almost wish the Star Wars community took some notes from Ghostbusters,
Agreed.
because right now in the Ghostbusters fandom, what I've learned in the last year of just being new to the fandom is everything's good as long as you shit on 2016. If
Oh
you
yeah.
if you like the 2016 movie, you're
Right.
the worst person on earth to the
Yeah.
community.
So what you're saying is that's your last Jedi.
Exactly. So what we need is for the Star Wars community to just rally and be like, you know what? Literally anything that comes out, we're gonna say it's good,
Yeah.
as long as it's not the Last Jedi.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. We could definitely take a page out of that book because yeah, no, I agree. It's been weird also. But
Yeah.
let me get going here. Diabetes says, "I'm down for our theater. I think Casa." Yes, sir. Did you
Mhm.
sign up? If you got the email, your chances are pretty good. We're still waiting on an email with the actual QR for the tickets, but it seems that if you got the RSVP email, you're in. So you got a shot.
Oh, is
I
this
was
to see
about to say,
Acolyte?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So I signed up. Tony, Star Wars Sith.
Yep.
He sent it to me, and as soon as I saw it, luckily I was working from home, so I just went on, on my cell phone and pulled it up, and I requested 2 tickets, right, which is the maximum.
Mhm.
I did get an RSVP, but it was more like saying like, "Oh, we have received like your interest in this event. We will send a confirmation and more information like later on."
Hmm.
So until I see the actual like QR, with the tickets, then I'll say
Yeah.
I got them.
Gotcha.
but apparently they sold out very very fast.
Wow. Okay.
Star Wars Podcast says the premiere of El Capitan was 2 episodes and screeners were sent out with 4 episodes. There you go. Gils are saying doing great. Hope things are great on your end. Hey, what's going on, Zombie? Hey, Zombie Hunter says Gilster. Hey, Gil, how's things, bro? Says Zombie. So, wanted to show this. Uh, speaking of the acolyte here.
Actually,
So,
can I one quick question to you?
yeah.
Do you think that the Acolyte early screenings sold out so fast
Mm-hmm.
because people regretted, as much as I didn't like the show, people regretted missing out on the Dave Filoni Ahsoka episode that was all flashback? Because that was like the best episode of the season.
Yeah,
And that was
definitely the most
one that was
popular.
early release if you went to the theater.
Right.
You think it's tied to that?
I think there's some of that. I mean, if I'm being honest, it's a free event too.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or at least I didn't get a receipt, so we'll see. Maybe that's why they haven't sent me my.
They
QR.
have your Disney Plus account. They're
Yeah,
still
exactly.
charging there,
They know exactly who I am.
Yeah.
They're like, he can afford it, so it's fine. But yeah. So I think that's part of it. The other part is you get to see it early, right?
Mhm.
And so it was. I kind of feel that maybe because they just opened it, to everybody.
Mhm.
You basically just gotta sign in, or not even sign in. Just put your name in an email. Like, you don't even have to make an account.
Yeah.
You literally just put in your name, your email, how many tickets you want, up to 2, obviously, and that was it. It is what I consider to be a very small amount of theaters. I mean, in all of Texas, there was 4 theaters,
Oh, wow.
and there's one here for San Antonio, first of all, which is already lucky.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, it's not even 10 minutes from the house. So
The nerd force is strong in San Antonio, man.
So
wow.
Yeah, we actually go to that one all the time.
Mhm.
So I thought it was, I was like, okay, well, I gotta try, right? Like I said, luckily, I did it right on the spot as I got the link, which apparently was the right move because it seemed that it sold out, very very fast. So
Yeah.
but I think people, do regret not seeing, the. I would have loved to see that in theaters. By the way, just
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
Yeah.
That episode was very cinematic.
Yeah.
It is all flashback. It is. How can I say it? We knew it was coming, right? We knew it
Yes.
was coming up to a point. We didn't know exactly how, right? Like shot by shot, but we knew it was gonna happen. And to see it, it's a gorgeous episode. Okay, visually, so good, right? Fan service, if that's what you want to call it. I don't.
1,000%.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that term. But again, to see it in the big screen, with the proper sound and all of that, I think it would have been awesome. I think it
Yeah.
would have been so
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
That's probably like the one, if I could pick, to see it for the first time in theaters, that would be the episode, right?
Yeah.
But it seems that Acolyte, they're going for very, I mean, obviously very cinematic, but very sort of old school kung fu movie, over the top choreography, like. So they're banking on the visuals heavily, and I don't mean like special effects, which of course will be gorgeous. I have no doubt about that, but I'm saying more about like the choreography, more about the fights. I think they really do want to sort of distance themselves. Like, okay, these are not your typical Jedi that you know and love, right? These are, peak Jedi. These are when, they were the most powerful, they were the most, diverse, like less rules, less restrictions. So these dudes know how to throw hands, right? Um, and which I'm all for. I've said it before and I'll say it again. What excites me the most about this show is the possibilities, right? We are finally stepping out of the little, 50-year bubble that we've been working on for the past 50 years, mind you. I don't even want to hear the word Skywalker, to be honest with you, in this show. I don't, I don't even care that somebody mentions the prophecy of the one. I'm not, if I don't hear that, I'm good.
Yeah. I
because
agree.
I
1,000%.
kind of want,
1,000%.
this needs to be its own thing, right? It will not, because it's Star Wars, right? And it's all connected up to a point. plus Yoda is very much alive and well and
Mhm.
already Yoda, right? Like
Mhm.
he's already mastered Yoda. I
Mhm.
don't know if he's grandmaster now that I think about it at this point, but anyway, I digress. Um, but yeah, that's what really excites me about this show. So um, I still kind of hate, to your point. Now that when I see more than like 3 TV spots, I think immediately of you, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
they
Yeah.
are not confident in the product,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah.
trying to stack the cards as much as they can.
Did you explain that rule already to everybody, or no?
Yes, so we talked
Okay.
about it last time, but if nothing else, why don't you explain it? You're the one who came up with it.
So I have a running theory. I was disproven one time. I wish I could remember which movie. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy 3
Oh yeah.
is so far the only movie that has broken my conspiracy theory. But the theory goes, TV spots are one thing. Like there these days, everybody's like, here's the teaser trailer. Then you have a trailer. Then you somehow have another teaser trailer. Like that's just becoming a norm. However, once you start dropping clips or an entire scene of an episode, to me, that's your red flag, or a movie. That's your red flag. And right now, the only movie that has ever broken that was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, because they dropped scenes leading up to the movie. The two most popular, Wonder Woman 84 was the one that solidified my
Oh yeah.
conspiracy theory. But prior to that, the one that got me on this train that made me say, "Whoa, this might be a thing." Mortal Kombat.
Oh
And if you guys remember, before Mortal Kombat came out on HBO Max during the lockdowns, they had the full scene of the samurai fight
yeah,
that happened in feudal Japan.
you're right.
And little did you know, that was the only amazing choreographed fight scene in the entire movie.
Yep.
Like that was it. To something I just spoke about, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Little did you
Yeah.
know, the dragon sewer scene that was dropped as a clip before the movie came out was one of only two ghost busting scenes
Yep.
in that movie. So again, Guardians has so far been the only thing that's broken the rule. Everything else has pretty much been a flop. Not saying flop, it might be a stretch, but
Yeah, it just
something
hasn't
you can wait
connected.
on.
Exactly. It just hasn't connected as nowhere near as they thought it was
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah.
So to your point, I just want to point out this is StarWars.com official. So yeah, we got quite a few clips
Oh, I didn't
as
even
it
catch
is.
that they were doing that. Wow.
And these are this is, I don't want to necessarily lump this in the same, because this is more to get to know the
Yeah,
actors
yeah,
and that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But there's still quite a bit, right? There's still quite a bit of material if you notice. So I don't know. Yeah.
Not to bombard you with questions, but you may have addressed some of this stuff before I showed up. As you were talking, I thought of something, and this is where, you know, I'm hoping Disney borrows from X-Men 97
Mhm.
and starts to put more fans in the writing room.
Yep.
But you said something, and I was like, holy shit. If somebody said that while we were writing the show, I would redo a lot of this. You mentioned how this happened so long ago. This is a different Jedi. Like
Yep.
you said they might be more powerful or whatever.
Right.
I would challenge you to say they may suck more because they haven't been battle challenged in so long
Yeah.
that their fight style is more of a, taekwondo martial art. Not,
Yeah.
like I know that I can throw the meanest spinning back kick at that pad that my friend is holding
Right.
10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And I could do that for my entire life. But then the second I'm against somebody who knows how to also throw a kick
Right.
and can move out of the way, my brain's confused. It's like,
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing in the show where the Jedi that we see aren't as cool as we thought because they haven't had to have a real fight in
Yeah.
so long. And I'd be down for that. I'd be down
Yeah.
for them being
So
like humbled.
in the High Republic era, at least so far what we know, there
Mhm.
hasn't been, like you said, a galactic wide conflict, right?
Right.
There's been peace for most of it. There have been big conflicts, not involving the entire galaxy, but
Right.
good chunks of it with the Neil. But even that, by this point, that's like 100 years past already.
Mm-hmm.
So, so yeah, to your point, I see what you're saying. And one of the premise, of the show is that literally one of the first things they told us about the show is like, oh, somebody's killing Jedi,
Yeah.
right? Somebody's killing Jedi, and some more Jedi I sent in to investigate what the heck's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so to your point, it could very well be so. Like it could be that only some of our main characters, are the ones have been, you know, tested through whatever conflicts they've been through.
Mm-hmm.
But the order as a whole, they might be weaker, like you said.
Yeah.
They just haven't been out there fighting day in and day out like they did in the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, there's different rules, there's different um, settings, there's different dogma, right? That they're abiding by at this point. So I'm really hoping that they kind of lean into that and show us as like, hey, no, these are different, right? Good or bad, but they're different. They're not, they're not the Jedi from the old trilogy, or the prequels. So I'm excited. It's only 8 episodes, so there's not a whole ton of stuff they could do. Maybe just time constraint. Um, but what I wanted to point out here is that we're already off to. I don't know if I guess spoilers could be the word. So if you guys haven't seen any news regarding the Acolyte and sort of like the last 2 days worth of news, I would say exit the stream now, because
Whoa.
what I'm gonna show you, I don't know that everybody
Normally
knows
I
it.
would exit at this point, but
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
gonna stick.
But
I'm gonna stick by for this one.
so basically, the actor, right, Mandel Stenberg, who plays May, who has been the bad one, fighting the Jedi in pretty much every clip, has confirmed what many of us, theorize, that she is a twin, right, in the show, and she's playing obviously the other one, right? But it was what I meant to say, as maybe it's a spoiler, maybe not. In the poster, right, in the promotional poster, in the official poster, we do see two faces that look very similar. Just one is covered, right?
Mm.
So fans have been theorizing, is it a twin? Let me see if I can pull that up. Because of that, right? And the so here, if you notice, you got the uncovered and you got
Oh
the
yeah.
covered,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So again, so it's not 100% spoilery. It's just it was a theory, right? And Lucasfilm hasn't obviously said yay or nay. But now the actress herself, she's like, "Oh yeah, I played another one called so and so," and we're like, "Really, dude? Like a week before the show? Not even a week? Like,
Yeah.
couldn't just you couldn't hold that information for a little bit more?" So I don't know. I would love to believe it's not a very important detail to the show, but the way they been showing her like fighting again, Master Soul, another Jedi, right? Like they've been selling her as the bad guy, right? We know it's not her. Like I think we're all in agreement that she's not gonna be the main bad one. But now, oh, guess what? There's a twin who could very much potentially be, the how do you call it? The dark twin, right? Like the evil
Yeah.
twin type of
Yeah.
thing. So
I just sent you a DM from my nerd affiliated Instagram. The second I saw that news, it's funny. I actually forgot I saw that. Like it left my mind. But the second you just re-showed it,
yeah.
I was like, this is similar to a meme I made.
Yeah, exactly.
So in this picture, of course, Discovery, which is in its final season, a show that I loved, and it somehow went downhill, and not even in a like, oh, they got woke or anything that like any
Right.
hater would say. It's just a story is not good. Like that's what's happening right now. And the season started, and I was like, oh, you guys, I was like, I know this character. I've seen this character before.
Yeah.
Right now, the twin thing is this meme in reverse.
Mhm.
It is Picard season 1 when he sees that one girl, and we kind of have this like, it's implied that she's like a chosen one of some sort, attached to Data. I won't go into further detail in
Sure.
case somebody doesn't want it spoiled. I'll spoil one part though. That it's implied that, you know, she's some sort of chosen one. Picard finds her, tries to escape, and she dies in the first episode. And you're like, oh, I thought she was like the main character of the show, but you just
Yeah,
you literally just killed her. And then they're like, oh, she's a twin. So
of course.
you bringing
Yikes.
that up, I'm like, oh, I wonder now if this meme is going to flip
Right.
and they're going to kill her in the first episode.
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh, I thought you were dead. No, I'm her sister.
exactly. Right. Or you just killed my sister, you know, who wasn't originally who you thought.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so I don't know. It's just one of those things that, again, we've been theorizing for it for weeks. Again, the poster obviously, you know, provided a lot of fuel to the fire. But just to have her like outright, you know, come out and say it, it just, we're like, all right, well, there goes that, right? There goes that mystery.
Yeah.
But let me jump back here in the chat. You guys are on fire, and I appreciate each and every single one of you joining me here today. Oof, I don't even know where. Oh, we got the first sister. What is going on, Janine? Thank you so much for being here. We got our brother Elijah, General Archer,
There he is.
Bunker Bunch. What's going on, man? Hope
Elijah's
you're
making
feeling
his
great.
rounds today. He was
Oh,
in a
yeah.
stream earlier today, I saw.
Yeah. Simon saying hey to Janine Flex. Long time no see. There you go. They're laughing because they were just in a stream. The Viper Pit, what's going on, man? Saying hello, everyone, and hello to the nice lady that owns the Mach 5. Nice. Hey, Jaden Anderson, Skillster. Hey, Viper says zombie. PMP says, do we know what time Acolyte is dropping? I know it's dropping June 4th, but not sure on the time.
8 p.m. I think Eastern.
Yeah,
or
I think
9
it's gonna be
Eastern.
I think it's gonna be a decent quote unquote time. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be the 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning,
Yeah, no,
you know,
no.
type of thing. So
Star Wars Sith can sleep.
yeah, exactly, right. Thank
Mhm.
God, because I don't know when he does. I don't know that he does. Hi Viper says Jedi Niners said Gilser saying hi to Elijah, Viper saying hi to Zombie. Hey, we got Frankie. What is going on? Raging Mando in the house. Yo, 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 he says.
Your
Zombie
ability
Hunter.
to remember everybody's government name is impressive.
Oh, I don't. Zombie, who's Robert, by the way, now that you mention it. Hey, PMP. Janine saying hi to Gilster. Robert saying hi to Frankie. Elijah saying hi to Gil. We got Mega Demon Collects. What's going on, man? Saying, ayo, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Zombie says PMP. Frankie saying hi to Zombie. Star Wars Podcast says, the Ahsoka episode was in fewer theaters as well. Closest theater to us in Texas was in Plano. North of Texas, about 4-ish hours from us. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That gets to like 5.5 hours with traffic. So yeah, it wasn't feasible. Gil saying hi to Mega Demon. Robert saying hi to Star Wars Stuff Podcast. Star Wars Stuff Podcast says, seems like from the headline interviews, Rule of Two will probably be mentioned. Yeah, so there's been a lot of speculation as to how are we gonna tie this show to the Sith, right? That we know they're around, right? We know they didn't go 100% extinct. We know that they implemented the Rule of Two by this point. I'll be honest with you. I flip back and forth on this one. On the one side, I would like to see what the Sith are up to, right? But I don't know that I want them revealed as such just yet.
First of all, it makes me mad every time you talk Star Wars that you're not in a writer's room of some sort. Like you were saying something earlier, and I was like about to start crying. I was like, God, why is that not what's happening in the show?
Well, I gotta be honest with you. I don't even write in my own room, so
there you go. So I thought, and this is where you can correct me. I thought that the Rule of Two did not become enforced until Plagueis got on the scene, and he was like, "I'm going to start following this level of strictness to the mantra." I thought he was the one that brought it back, and that prior it was said it was in holocrons, but eventually they stopped following it.
Right.
Is that something I just made up, or I
Um,
did see that somewhere?
so yes and no. So at least half canon, maybe half outside of canon now. Darth Bane was the creator of the Rule of Two.
Right.
Uh, Timeline wise, that was around 1,000 years before like Episode One.
Mm-hmm.
So well before all this, right? But in why he created it was in response to the Sith losing the war against the Jedi, like all out war, right? And them nearly becoming extinct. And it wasn't because they weren't powerful, right? It's because of all the infighting, right? They couldn't unite as a whole. There was a lot of backstabbing, literally, and they kind of weakened themselves, right? So the Jedi, of course, took advantage of that and almost wiped them out. So the how do you call it? The mentality was like, okay, I see, I barely survived the war, right? Darth Bane, and he's like, we cannot keep going like this, so we have to
Right.
bide our time. We have to be smart. We have to keep our numbers low, and so the only path to power, right, has to be one that has it and one that wants it, right? And we're always gonna keep, that way we become stronger each iteration or each generation, right? In theory, of course.
Right.
And so by the time of Dark Plagueis, right, that's almost the combination. Like that's almost. I always imagine myself. I always imagine, in my head canon that Plagueis knew he was the step before greatness, right? Like he knew he wasn't gonna get to see all the culmination of work, of the Sith, but he knew he was like the gate, like the last step, for that one Sith to actually achieve, which it happened, right? I mean, Palpatine
Mm-hmm.
is uh, you know, if whatever you want to think about him, but he was one of the smartest, Sith
Oh yeah.
to ever exist, right? But to your question, it's meant to have been enforced since then. Now, there's of course splinter groups, there's dark side wielders, stuff like that. But in theory, like true Sith lords, yeah, they were supposed to just be two at a time.
See, you should be in that room. I forgot all about it. I forgot him being involved in that.
Yeah, he is, and they did canonize him. In Clone Wars, he comes out as a like a spirit,
Right.
talking to Yoda, and Yoda says, "Oh, I know who you are. You're the one who invented the rule of two, Darth Bane,
Yeah.
all that stuff." Which I'm like, well, if the rule exists, then there's gonna be two out there somewhere. Like, but anyway, that's not.
That type of Dave Filoni stuff, like it pissed me off because I was like,
Yeah.
you're all you're doing right now is solidifying that they're idiots
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, I know this is a thing,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna just ignore it.
Yeah. Which is funny you mentioned that, because what I was gonna comment is regarding the Acolyte.
Mhm.
So if it is a Sith Lord or a Sith apprentice, right, like the name, Acolyte, or
Mhm.
a Sith adjacent, uh, person, being, warrior, whatever you want to call it, it would be interesting if the Jedi, a group of Jedi, right? I'm not saying the Order, like a group of Jedi actually come up against it, right? Because we know there's a red lightsaber somewhere, right? We've seen it on the
Right.
promos, and and they struggle with it, and like you said, they might be actually weaker, so it takes 10 of them to take him down or whatever, and then they're like, okay, we got a choice to make. There's three of us that are left, right? All the other ones were killed. We killed the Sith. What do we do? Do we yell out at every corner of the galaxy, the Sith have returned, and have everybody question our power, right? Our ability to sense the dark side, our ability to counter it, or we kind of off the dude already, right? So
Mhm.
how about we just throw everything into a pyre, right? Light it up and call it a day, right? We all go back to just being the almost all powerful Jedi that we are perceived to be, right? They kind of sweep it under the rug, so to speak. So I don't know. I think it would be an interesting thing, right? To know that no, these dudes knew, like they knew, and they made a conscious choice to be like, Nah, we're good. We're still good.
I think I agree with the theory, the various theories that exist. I think the only one that I would, if I was to put my bingo card marking on something, it would be a theory of they all kill the Sith. The one of them survives, and that one that survives becomes Sith themselves,
Right.
but stays in the Jedi,
Yeah.
but does like a Dooku thing where it's like, oh, maybe they were right. It
There we
doesn't
go.
say anything.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yeah. And that's how maybe they buy themselves, a couple more 100 years, right, to enact their power.
Yeah.
So I want to answer here. Gilster says Yoda could be 350 years old. So by this point of the Acolyte show, this is around 132 years before the Battle of Yavin, which is 100 years before Episode 1. So Yoda is already pretty old.
Bro, the fact that you
but
had that off the top
but
of your dome,
what?
the fact that you had that number off the top of your head.
Oh,
I'm using right now. I'm cheating for those of you who don't know, like why I'm not looking at this screen. Is because I pulled up my Excel sheet where I have years of births
nice.
to be able to follow along.
Good
You had
job.
that shit on your head.
Yeah. So yeah, Yoda by this point is at least like 700, years old.
Yeah.
Right. Give or take maybe like 50 years or so. Actually, give now that I think about it. Anyway, but yeah, he's well over. I would say well over 700 years old. So that's what I mean. He's kind of Yoda already. Like the way we know him. The wise, the sort of fatherly figure type of thing. I don't know that he has the rank of Grandmaster, and that bothers me because I should know. I would guess that yes, but if anybody here in the chat, has been following along the High Republic, please let me know if Yoda is already a Grand Master by this point. Again, I would think so, but just in case. Zombie says, I think in Empire, he said he had been training Jedi for 800, 900 years, and the Acolyte is meant to be roughly. Yeah, exactly. Viper Spit says, Luke, you will go to the doggy bag system. There you will find yogurt on aisle 3. I like that. May and Osha, those are the name of the twins. Yeah, Osha is
He did not.
the.
He was not.
And we know who. No, he was not yet.
So according to Wikipedia, it says that he was holding the title as early as 82 BBY.
Okay,
and
so
the show is 132.
Yeah, so he still has, he still hasn't made tenure in the.
But this
in
is
the Jedi
also
Order.
this is speculation, so there is a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance. It actually would be cool, if we see him like, the one cameo he makes is when he's being promoted, right? And it's a whole big ceremony in the temple, and it's like, oh, all hail the new Grandmaster.
Well, here's what would be sweet. Now I'm gonna play General Kenobi right now.
Let's go.
Wikipedia here says that he was holding the title as early as 82 BBY. Therefore, that's when he became the Jedi. Like, as far as like the scale of good and evil, Yoda is top tier.
Yeah.
He's where it's at. However, this is just speculated at 82. A certain somebody was born at 84 BBY. Palpatine.
Yep.
So imagine, and we can clip this if it comes true. I feel like we've theorized some things that we thought were like fire ideas and then they didn't come true. But what if this is the one? What if in the show we see Yoda get rank somehow, and at the same time we see a birth of a child, but they don't say anything. They're just like, for some odd reason they waste film on a child being born, and for those in the know, Palpatine.
Exactly. See, that's more for like season 2, but I'm down for
that.
That
would be, that very much would be a season 2.
Yeah, but I am totally down for that. And if they don't do it, I'm gonna blame you for my broken heart.
There you go.
Just so you know. Stars the Box said, I really didn't think they would do the twin trope again, but here we are. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the
So
Star Wars one.
Star Stuff Podcast dropping the time. So 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and 6
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Pacific.
real
So
close.
pretty good times,
Yeah.
as new shows come, from Disney Plus. General LL, I don't know what that was for. Ricardo was saying, "Hey, General Kenobi. Hey, Archer. What's going on, Ricardo? Hello, everyone in the chat." Ricardo says, "Gilster." Ricardo says, "Hey, Gilster. How you doing, my friend?" Frankie says, "Hey, Gilster. Sorry, I was trying to glue a Bosk print together. Apparently, put too much hardener in the epoxy. It kicked off quick. Oh, snap."
Mm.
Doing good, says Gilster. No worries, Ranging Mando. Ricardo says, "It start good to hear." Gilster, yep. Hey, Ricardo, says Zombie Hunter. Hey, Zombie, says Ricardo. Zombie Hunter saying fist bump, and Star Wars Stuff Outcast saying, figure it would be Sith adjacent. The rule 2 means it's Plagueis and Tenebris fulfilling the rule 2 at the time of the Acolyte. Yeah, that is the prevailing theory. But like I said, it'd be cool if, if we see maybe like a failed apprentice, of Tenebris, something like that. There's still possibilities. Sorry for the Dark Guild was trying to something. Reggie Anderson, respect on having a spreadsheet. I know, right? Dude, I'm over here like, filling my head with like useless stuff.
That's more
Where
impressive that you had this in the head.
not if you ask my wife. Kilster saying Yoda State 800 Empire Raging say if you're going to be nerd full speed. There you go. I'm thinking the bad guy is Darth Tenebris. I kind of would like to see him because we don't really know much about him. Frankie saying, well, it's unknown what exactly Yoda achieved the rare rank of Jedi Grandmaster. It was title he shared with Solaru Pratriveter and Jedi Master Rai Kisaka as early as 232 BBY during the High Republic. The Viper says, okay, every time I hear about the High Republic, what does Cheech and Chong pop in my head? I love
Yes.
that would probably make a better story, to be honest with you.
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
can I revise my theory?
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Plagueis, according to Wikipedia, was born between 147 and 120, which falls
Very
right
much.
on
Yep.
either side of the Acolyte series.
Yeah. There you go. So I'm thinking Tenebris is around.
Yep.
Like I said, maybe this
He
is
would
his
be.
first, failed apprentice, uh, or maybe the one he contends with to achieve the rank of Sith Master.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like I said, just because we know that Tenebris is around, Plagueis will be around, doesn't mean that they're the only ones, right? Like I said, there can be other possibilities. There can be somebody that bumped into a Sith holocron, right?
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, you know what, this was meant to be. I'm a Sith now, just because I said so, and it carries on from there. But last thing I want to cover before we exit here, and thank you so much, by the way, to everybody for sticking around. Really, really appreciate you guys. So we are finally. Oh, that was too close to the mic. Sorry.
There it is.
We are finally doing a giveaway.
Yep.
I'm giving away this pretty helmet right here. So this is the Trapper Wolf Black Series electronic helmet. Here we go, as worn by one Mr. Dave Filoni. Not this one. I wouldn't give that one up. But based on the one that he wore. Okay, so giving away this. If you want to know how, check out the video that I dropped today while I review this. The rules are in there. There's the description. Also, check that out. I will be, giving this away. So, US only. Sorry, just because of the shipping, it's gonna be not great. Okay, for this one, it is new. It is. I actually like the work they did with some of the weathering. I think this is one of their better sort of weathering patterns that they've done. It doesn't look too clean. It is electronic, so it comes with sounds, things like that. Up here, you get like blast effects, on the front. Again, go watch the video that I dropped today, and where I review this and also tell you how to enter to win. But I do want to say that we're kicking it off today. Uh, pretty much, let's call it the last day of May. I know tomorrow is the official last day, but to close off May, which has been an insane month for the channel. Okay. So to say thank you, this will be our giveaway. That's not to say it will be the only giveaway. All right. So stay tuned. But this will be the long running giveaway. I am actually, like I said, we're kicking it off today. And I will be giving this away June 25th, because that is the birthday number 3 of General Economics Bunker here on
Wow.
YouTube. So, third anniversary coming up in June. So we will be having a very cool open mic stream to celebrate that. Whoever wants to join, just save the date. Of course, I'll be posting before that. But in that stream, I will be announcing who wins this helmet. All right. Again, if you want to enter, check out the helmet review video that I dropped today on the channel. It's free to enter. I will pay for shipping, which I'm going to regret. But please, US only, just because of that. All right. So it is kind of bulky. So brand new helmet, all of that good stuff. I hope that you guys can enter. I hope that you like it. And please, spread the word. Let everybody know that we are going to giving away this helmet. So I'll be making some of the posts in the coming days, but I wanted to tell you guys here first. So far, only my co-host here has entered. So his chances are pretty good. Not going to lie.
Pretty high.
Yeah.
Everybody
pretty high
do
right
not enter.
Exactly. So everybody just disregard everything I just said.
Yeah.
So let's see, where are we? Oh snap. Hey, what's going on? We got Nathan Bowding in the house. What's going on, man? Long time no see. Welcome. I've said it before, guys, and I will say it again for those of you that haven't heard the story. Nathan Bowden is actually my first subscriber here on the channel. So thank you so much, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We need to catch up. I appreciate you joining the stream. And yeah, so thank you for that, man. It's good to see you. Robert says nice. Ricardo says the same thing. Sammy Hunter says I have 3 of them. Flex. Rushmore Show says, oh snap. Gil said maybe because it's dope by perspective. Yeah, right. Sorry I missed the podcast. No worries, man. I just appreciate you coming in, man. It's good to see you. Janine saying cool. Robert saying modified 1 and still have 2 left. Again, double flex. Come on. Biber Spit saying Gilser sounds right. Gilser says nice video general. Thank you. Elias saying, are you planning on getting any theory savers? I've thought about him. Your friend Tony keeps pushing me, to I don't know. Full disclosure, I don't usually do many lightsabers. As you know, I have a handful. And they are, from Master Replicas, and they're from a Black Series, the last ones. But those theory savers, they're pretty nice. Okay, they're pretty nice. I do like some of their original, designs are very cool. So I don't know. To answer your question, Elias, I don't know, because I gotta pay for tickets to Japan, hotel in Japan, and to somehow, still have money to buy everything I ever wanted out there. So
I'm really debate. Like I was talking about it on my stream, where it's like, if anything is north of 200 and collecting in general, I'm like, is this a multi-purpose collectible? And with the theory sabers, I'm like, that's a cosplay right there. Like that's the hardest part of a cosplay. So
exactly. And he's pumping out some really cool designs though.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time, to be honest, which kind of scares me, because I'm like, well, what if I pick one and then in like 2 days he drops one that's I like better? So it's just one of those things, right, that you don't really know when to jump in. Rushmore says, then a couple days later you hanging out with us. For June, yes. So we are going to be part of the Rushmore show at the end of June. I haven't forgotten. I swear. Nathan saying clapping. Robert says US only. Oh, come on. Sorry, bro. But yeah, it's gonna be like $50 to ship this thing. So hey, we got LGP Venture Story saying greedy masters. What's going on, man? Thank you so much. A lot of overtime. Good, man. Good. Okay, says Elias. Are you gonna give away any sabers in the future? I don't know. Maybe once we hit, something like 10K or something. That'd be kind of cool, right? Hey LGP, that's all right. I meant in the future. Yep. Lightsabers are another dangerous rabbit hole. Yeah, exactly. Like hot toys. Yeah, I'm already like 5 hot toys into it, and I don't even necessarily collect them. June 28th, Rushmore of Jedi. There you go. Thank you for reminding me. Hello, Zombie says Rushmore. Okay, so let me just close out this our last show of the month of May. by saying thank you, an infinite amount of times, to you, Bunker Bunch, to our co-host here. Um, your guys' support has been incredible. You are the reason why I keep doing what I do, and yes, the explosion of subs this month, is awesome, and it is, it's exciting, and it's definitely something new, for me, which I'm still not quite sure what to do. uh, but I I would still, if I had to, I would trade all of those numbers in for having just, the people here in the chat, here on the screen. You guys are the community. You guys are the, day in, the day out. You guys are what, like I said, what keeps me going, what gives me purpose and, focus, even sometimes. So I just want to say thank you to everybody here that tunes in, week out. Like I said, just to hear me talk about, my complaints with Star Wars, my maybe overly positive takes on many things, my disregard for proper, adult etiquette and not buying so many toys. So, thank you guys. I wish I had better words to convey my gratitude to you all. I don't, um, but all I can tell you is that I will try and I will strive, to be better. To be better at, making content that you guys actually want to watch, that you want to engage with, that you enjoy. That you're like, hey, this is a new video. Let me check it out. That's really my goal, with you guys. And again, I really really appreciate it, each and every single one of you, taking time out of your day just to listen to my ramblings, in this particular case to our ramblings. But, so yeah, thank you so much. And we hope that going forward, like I said, that the channel will continue to grow and will continue to be better. So, thank you, of course, to all the new subscribers, which are a lot. Okay. uh, just to put things in perspective, at the end of April, I was at around 2,100, subs, 2,200 maybe, somewhere around there. And I think we're like closing in at 6K by the end of May, which is just bonkers. Okay, it's crazy. I don't know what's happening.
May 10th, you were at 3,000.
There you go. Yeah, and that's because it was already sort of climbing up.
Mhm.
Like I said, I think, yeah, it was just over 2,000 at the end of April.
Actually, yeah. Well, we could say that on April 27th, by your post, April 27th, so just about a month ago,
Yeah,
2,500.
there you go. Yeah. So the number has doubled, right? And then some, which again, just incredible. Like I said, my head's still spinning, just thinking about it. But, and just for reference, my first 100 subs, it took me 5 months, here on the channel. So just, to put in perspective what my level of surprise, it is. But again, it's all thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to your support, to your friendship, even, right, and to your feedback, right. I always try to, listen, when you have a suggestion. Hey, why don't you try this? Hey, maybe next time, on the video say this, or don't show this, it looks kind of funky. Like, all of that is always welcome. Constructive criticism is always welcome here on the channel. And I appreciate that you guys would even take the time to like type up a message and be like, hey man, I think you could do so and so a little bit better, right. That is gold to me. That means the world, that you would care enough about my content, right, to provide feedback and try to make it, even if it's just a little bit better. So thank you so much again. I know I've rambled on quite a bit, but I did not want to, like I said, I didn't want to end this last stream in May, without saying a proper thank you to all of you. Also, if you guys are new here to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you stick around, if you check out some of the videos, and don't forget to leave us your like on this stream. So thank you again. Wow, I got a bunch of, chat here to catch up with. Let me go here real quick. Gil says, "Would like to see Celebration to go back to Denver where the first one." Yeah, definitely. Um, Robert saying, "Nice." JB Toy Trunk saying, "Congrats, brother. Well deserved. Ride the wave and enjoy." Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Always appreciate your support. Rushmore says, "Fantastic show of this." Hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I was just posting my first 37 Star Wars hits. Send me here. Nice. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for joining, Elias. I hope that you enjoyed it. And yeah, which saber did you get? If you're on Instagram, tag me. I'd love to see it. Gil saying congrats, General Economy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Jedi Niner saying congratulations, you deserve it. Thank you so much. Robert saying hopefully next week 6K subs. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. It's kind of crazy. May the force be with you, my dude. Says PMP. Appreciate it, man. Viper Spit says congratulations, General. Thank you. Robert says it's not bonkers, it's bunkers. This comment wins. This comment wins tonight.
Agreed.
There he goes. Thank you, Robert, for that. I appreciate it. Roshmore said it's crazy. I have two great friends that blew up from 2.5 to 10K and 12K to 144K. Wow, since the last 3 months. That is awesome, dude. Congrats to them. Keep up the great work, General Kenobi. Everyone have a great night. May the force be with you. Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate you, man. Nice, Rushmore. And Rushmore says, wait, just went back and look at 16K and 100. That is nuts, dude. Congrats to them. Okay, so that has got to do it on my end. Thank you once again to our brother here, Archer, for joining. Much appreciated, especially on such a short notice. But I was, like I said, I'm very petty. I'm very jealous, and so I was like, no, I can't stand for this. He can't just be with Daniel this week. So gotta represent, the Countdown City. So thank you again, brother. And why don't you let the chat here know where they can find you?
Yeah. I was building Excel sheets just now as Kenobi was talking.
As one does.
If you're into nerdy Excel sheets, Nerd Affiliated is your place. 2 live shows a week, every Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern ish. We have Nerdy Coffee. Thursdays, 8:15 p.m. ish. Hey Archer Live. 2 different shows, different vibes. Either way, you're stuck with this guy. Nerd Affiliated across all the platforms for all the content.
Absolutely. So yeah, make sure you check them out. They cover quite a bit, and especially if you like also Ghostbusters, they've been going heavy on that. So I've been enjoying that content quite a bit, especially the What's in the Box segments. I like to see how that action figure collection is growing in the background, just slowly, just
he
if
tries
you
to
pay
find
attention.
it.
Yeah, exactly. It keeps going.
Only so much you can do.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. But so yeah, thank you again to everybody here that joined tonight. Yeah, let's keep having fun, guys. Let's keep having fun. Acolyte next week, so make sure you watch that. We will be talking about it on Wednesday. Wednesday next week. So by that time, I think most people would have seen it since it drops on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday, if you're lucky enough to see it, tag me on Instagram if you guys are gonna go see it early in theaters. I'm hoping that I am. Like I said, until I have that actual QR code, with the tickets, then I'll believe it, right? But I think I have good odds. So once again, thank you to everybody that has tuned in tonight. Don't forget to leave us your like here before you exit the stream, and make sure that you share the content with people you think would enjoy it. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. It has been quite a month, I gotta say. But thank you again. I wish I knew a better word than thank you, but that's all I got. So have a good night. Have a good weekend. Get some rest. Go toy hunting, and I'll catch you in the next one.